That's really cool. We're going to show you exactly how the tool works.
That's going to be the core of Rule Your Day. Rule your day!
Rule the day.
I'm so excited. Let's rule our day, my friend.
Let's do it.
Well, today we have...
absolutely love it. And yeah, look.
Rule your day and make it simple.
So what do we want to talk a little bit about today with Rule Your Day? So we did some bug squashes last week. I thought that was really cool. I found a couple other bugs. We've added those to the Google Sheet. And again, the thing for everyone watching this, we are not focused on complex things. We could have this in a in a Asana board or a Trello board or any one of these complex, ClickUp. We could throw it into a complex project management dashboard. That's great and all that. But at the end of the day, if you're bootstrapped for cash and you're just starting out, you can run this all on a simple Google Doc. Rule Your Day, the base version, free. These are inexpensive tools. One thing that has always really stuck with me is the best project management tool, or the best way to get things done, are use tools that allow you to get the job done, right? Pen and paper at the very least. That's a fantastic way to go. I'm a huge sticky note fan, but I found I still have not broken that habit of I have sticky notes all over the place. It works. Once I have the initial idea, then we can convert that into a digital, let's get it done.
Yeah, the brain dump, and especially in the world and the era that we live in right now with all these tools, how fast work is, and everything is easier, but it's a lot more work that you have to do to compete. Your competition could easily out-compete you with all this AI era. So there's a lot of tools out there, a lot of workflows. There's not enough tools to simplify things and focus on the work-life balance. And that's what I wanted to focus with.
Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead. What we're going to do here with this, just as we're going through our bug list here, we are going to want to filter this. Let's go back in. We're going to clear. There we go. So we have two bugs here that we want to focus on today. One of them is the Rule Your Year light mode. This one, I thought we touched base on a little bit last year, but it looks like that's still a persistent issue. Just check that, and we're not able to go from dark to light on Rule Your Year. The other thing that I ran into was...
last year?
We did, but for some reason it's still a persistent bug. So
no, we did not. I don't think we did.
Yeah, I think that was just one we added in. So we have Rule Your Year, and as you can see, we toggle light, dark. It almost looks like there's a light kind of thing in the background.
Yeah, I remember I had this issue while I was building it. I really think that I could do 100 times X better what we have as a layout right now, right? So we could add it to our list and see whenever we have the time.
Absolutely. So
we'll decide.
Here's what we've got for our lists, and we'll sort this A to Z. We have a couple different things that we were looking at. One of them was the paid model, paid features as we kind of roll this out to more and more people. We have our bugs. And then we have some different features here that we were kind of looking at with the AI task brain and some of these things here as well. Push notifications as well. When we have our RICE score, we're going to impact. And so that's kind of our order prioritization. Now, if we have other stuff that we want to add in here, let's go ahead and quickly go through Rule Your Day. The other one that I did run into here was the subtasks were disappearing after refresh. With that, what I was looking at here is, so if we had a task and we create the task, let's go ahead and create a subtask, task 1, task 2, task 3, right? Save the changes, close this out. And so we have our 3 tasks in there. Now, when we would go back in, Rule Your Year, or come back, or refresh this, looks like those are actually sticking now. So we can maybe able to mark that off. That actually may be already done. Let's save, close, refresh. Awesome. That one's done. So we can actually mark that one as done. So we're just going to use a 1 for complete, 0 for non-complete. You could use yes, no, any of those kinds of things. And if we wanted to, we could even go up here and conditional formatting so that we know if one, we're going to say that that's done. It's green.
We don't see that right through a model. I don't know if you want us to see it on
Oh,
the screen.
yep. Let's do that. So all I did is I went up here to format, conditional formatting, and I basically had gone through and said, if the text is exactly 0, we're going to make it like this. We'll click done. So what this is doing here is anytime that we have a 0 or a no, it could be yes, no, could be 1, 0. What we're going to do is we've set up conditional formatting by clicking here, gone into format, conditional formatting, and then we said when it's exactly 1, it's going to be green. When it's exactly 0, and it could be yes or no, however you want to set that up, but that's conditional formatting so that we can see anytime that we have something set up in here, we can see whether something is done or not done, right? So if it is done, we can say that that's 1, right? Or 0, and it's going to give us a nice little color code here, whether it's good or in process.
We had a question from
Yeah.
Carol, I guess. She mentioned the reach. Yeah. How are we calculating the reach?
So I think the way that we were calculating that, and there's a couple different ways. As I was looking at the RICE score, there are some things that we can modify on this as far as effort or confidence.
Yeah.
But how we were calculating reaches, it's just how much of our audience is going to be affected by that, right? Is it something that's low impact? And I guess reach and impact would probably be similar. I'm not opposed to saying, hey, let's ask Claude or ChatGPT how we should actually be calculating this, because that may also roll into how, we look at this, the impact or the effort. As I was looking into that more, basically 3 is the highest number that we would want to go on that. We would typically go with something like 0.5 or 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 1, 2, or 3. So it minimizes this multiple. As we're looking at the RICE score, right? It's multiplying all these together and then dividing it by the effort. In that case, if we had something that was, say, the effort wasn't going to be a whole lot or the impact wasn't going to be a whole lot, and we had something like 0.5 here, notice that drastically reduces this versus having something at a 10, which really amplifies it. So I've also used this technique with amplification when we're doing keyword research, just because if you really amplify stuff, it's almost like zooming in with a big microscope. Whereas the smaller numbers, you're going to see variation, but it doesn't amplify it nearly to the same degree. So you're able to, it depends on what you're looking for as far as like macro or micro kind of movement on this. Let's actually, I am not opposed or afraid to say, hey, let's see how we should actually be calculating this RICE thing. Because again, we're building in public. I'm totally fine saying, hey, we were completely wrong with the last one, right?
No, it's actually, you were right. I mean, the reach is mostly like how, basically how many users gonna get. So let's say we have the pro users. Let's say we have 3 different users of the tool. Maybe it's the admin user. It's a change for the admin, so it's not going to impact. But I believe the impact, the value of it. How big is the win for each user? So I just, went back to our AI chat with, I think it was, that was ChatGPT, and basically it was saying, and how big is the win for each?
Is it
user?
on a scale of 1
Like,
to 10? Is this like a massive win or
the value? I think it's the value of that change for the user, which is the impact.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So. That's the difference. The reach is how many is it going to reach all of our users, and the impact is the value basically, and how.
If we're in here and we want to filter this out again, we can go in, we can clear this, look at our bugs, or if we wanted to focus on like a backlog, right? We can look at any of these things here, and we can just really quickly filter out what are the most important things that we need to get done for today, right? Bugs, feature, any of that. Do we need to select all? We can select that and kind of go through there. But I think that's the big thing that I would look at with like kind of how we want to do this. So let's focus in on any kind of bugs, and we'll do that first and foremost, right? Make sure that things are looking good. So rule your year light mode. If we go back to rule your year, and we need to toggle back and forth. So that's the first thing that we need to kind of look at here in order to.
All right, let's put it on the to-do list, the 3 things that we want to work on today.
Awesome. Let's delete that one. Let's do this. RuleYour light mode.
Nice.
Paste that right there. We're going to add that. Anything else that we want to do? So that's a bug that we want to handle.
Let me look at, that's a bug that we could handle. And do we have any other things other than bugs?
I don't think so. I think that was we've got calendar sync. We've got some additional features that we're looking at here.
Is there any of the features that we could?
Let's look at free, bringing this to the free users. Let's sort this, filter that out. User authentication, free. Push notifications, free. Database. So those are some of them that we could potentially look at.
We could tackle the user, and I mean, it's going to be challenged. We might fail today because we don't have enough time. Why not? Let's try it.
Yeah, let's try and do it. Yeah.
The user authentication and the database foundation together, because we can't be able to do the user authentication without the database.
Perfect. So I have a couple other tasks here that I threw in for secondaries, which are, as we go through stuff, if we see additional bugs for either for Rule Your Day or Rule Your Year, we're going to go ahead and throw those into our spreadsheet.
Okay.
But these are the tasks that we've got today for it. As we come across stuff, we'll kind of see what's going on and what we need to do. So Rule Your light mode. Let's start taking a look at that one.
So right now we want to fix the light mode. I would like you to fix the rule your year when the user go and toggle on between the day and dark mode. It's always stays in a dark mode. It doesn't go to white mode. So go over it, check what's the issue, and give me the plan first before you execute it. We got that, and we could click Shift and Tab, which is going to change this to research and plan first. It's always a good practice to do. Even most of my, sometimes the more you use the model, this kind of tasks, it's not going to give an issue. But with this one, I know I had a problem with it before. Now it might fix it pretty easier and quicker. So right now it's identifying the bug, the causes, and create fix plan. You see, all of these are sub agents or droid agents that they read all the files and then they plan. So it just execute the tasks better. Yeah, it's not getting enough attention in the vibe coding yet. The team is great. I've been seeing their YouTube videos
And just for the audience, this is a paid tool, correct?
You get 20 million at the beginning for free, and then it's a paid tool. And believe it or not, if you're on an API, Cloud Code, and you're using your vibe coding, this one will be cheaper for you because it saves tokens the way it
reasons and thinks.
The way it reasons and things and stuff. Some people use it. It was like, oh, I'm spending way less than Cloud Code, but it's a paid version.
And again, something that we should look at here is the whole idea of a Rule Your Day is we want to be able to rule your day. We want to be able to get more done, less effort, get on with the fun stuff, right? And feel like we actually accomplished some stuff. So I think that's the other thing that a lot of people, as we're looking at this and as we're troubleshooting these problems, understand that yes, there may be a cost to it, but what's the cost of your time?
Now it identified the problem. The issue is with the TSX file component. It's using your hard-coded dark mode classes throughout the component instead of respecting the app's global theme state. So I trust the plan, so I'm gonna give it proceed and allow all commits high. So
all right.
Yep. So we got so it went back and forth. It didn't ask me for anything, a year ago. This task, like I broke Rule Your Day multiple times going back and forth. So right now it's just like I'm amazed how it was able to fix it, because I was reading, I'm like, what did it fix? And so it's shot like multiple times. There's an error, it fixed it, it tested it, then it comes back, and then it tested this theme again, and then basically there's a 50 plus locations in the component that needed different class action and different components that needed to change. And it did update everything, and we'll see and test it right now. And voila. So we'll go to Rule Your Day, and voila, it worked. All right, so let's test the rule your day side and make sure it did not break this one. That looks good. So if I go back, actually, oh, let me go back. Yep. All right, let me go ahead and we'll go to, before I forget, I'm going to switch to research and plan only. When we built this MVP, we did not have any database, and everything is saved on a local storage for the browser. I would like to have an user authentication with a database setup, and I prefer to do it with Supabase. Unless you have a different suggestion, I'm open for different suggestions. For today, my goal is to understand and have a really detailed plan that we could reference it on the next time. I don't want you to change anything right now. I just want you to understand the issue and plan a solution and an execution with all the prompts needed and the steps and the phases that we need to complete this task. Sounds good?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
All right, so now it's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna think, and especially I want to make sure that we have the sonnet high thinking. So basically, it's just like it's the deep thinking. Oh, there's a keyword I forgot to mention. It's the ultra think.
Most AI models are built on
And one
language. So if you're using the right words and the right language behind it, it's going to have a easier and more effective time trying to get what you're wanting it to do.
I forgot to mention something that to speed up things, we could use Clerk, which is a third party. So right now we have it without using Clerk. So I think I'm going to prompt it back and ask it to let's plan to use Clerk for this. I would like you to change the authentication plan for this and use Clerk for the modern Next.js authentication. You're going to do all the npm install and then give me the plan on how to do it. Also, I want you to ultra think this and give me your suggestion if this is the right API to use as Clerk. I'm trying to build an MVP as fast as possible and as secure as much secured as possible as well.
That's the whole idea of rule your day, right? We want to make sure that you're not always going to check every box off the list, but the idea is moving that further and further and closer to the point of completion and not waste time. We want to stay out of the place where we're going to go over to social and cruise that. We want to stay out of the place where we're not having meaningful effect on the tasks that we're wanting to get done. This is good though. We have the plan. We've got Supabase recommendations. Here's why it's the best combo. Great.
Now, the timing usually gives you like, oh, it's gonna take you 2-3 days to implement this. It's always
Sure.
off. It's
But
probably
if
like
we were to go to if we were to go take this back to our rice formula, this gives us an idea that like that's probably not going to be the easiest task. If it's going to take us, a day to figure out, maybe we need to account for that, right? It's not going to be something that is just going to be point click done. It may it may take us a little bit more effort, but this is a good plan. This gives us an idea of what we need to do.
So it's a good plan, but I forgot that Supabase itself has an authentication too as well. So there's two things in Supabase. We're using it for the database, and you could use their auth as well, right? So right here, it gives us a comparison between Clerk and the Supabase auth too. And most of it's die, and most of it wins more with the Clerk. So we're on the right plan of Clerk authentication. And then your React database going to be, this is great visuals, right? But for now, I'm just going to go down and see. So there's even the testing. You see, that's why I like this module. Like it does, like one of the phases is testing it and then the deployment.
Awesome. That's really cool.
Okay. I would like you to create the MD file of the plan so we could execute it on a later stage. Today, we're not going to change anything, but I still need this to be documented to be referenced in our next coding session. Yeah, when we finish this, we'll be, I think, good with authentication for now. Don't forget something very important. I need to deploy everything. Okay. I think it's there. I see the MD file right now. So
Okay, cool. Let me do this. So
sorry.
we need
There
to
we go.
just confirm that we have RuleYour light mode. So once we've committed that, we can check that guy off. We have the database foundation. We know exactly what we've got there. And the user authentication, we have a plan for it. We're going to modify this because sometimes plans change a little bit, but we've got planning. And we know that this is going to take us, could take days.
That's phase 1 to complete it, which is the planning.
So there we go. So we've got the plan. Last thing is RuleYour light mode. We've got that knocked out. And let's go ahead and check that off. Rule
There we
your
go.
day.
Let's go.
All right. Outstanding. So again, one of the things that we want to look at is be productive, stay productive, rule your day.
Rulo day, and we'll see you guys on the next one.